Boxing King Media in association with Boxro. Promoter Steve Wood. We're at the press conference for Diego Pacheco and your fighter Jack Cullen, who you manage. Jack's been chucked in the away end quite a few times. How confident are you for this fight compared to the times previously?
Well, Jack's an hard fight for anybody, and they've obviously got big belief in a 22-year-old from America who's got a great record and I believe was a top amateur, and they've got big hopes for him. But I think it's a massive step up for him, and if Jack can get through the first couple of rounds and take his confidence out of him, I fancy Jack because he's got the experience, he's been in the hard fights, and Pacheco's not, and I'm hoping that experience tells, and the fact that Jack's got a decent chin and he can punch and he throws, a good variety of shots, and he's a stiff hitter himself, Jack. So I'm hoping they dropped a ball at picking Jack Cullen as a victim.
With regards to Jack, I spoke to Jack yesterday and I talked about them 10 rounds with Zach Chelly and the other solid rounds he's done with the other fighters who are kind of established, and obviously Diego probably hasn't had that. How much of a key factor do you think that will be come Saturday night?
Well, as just mentioned then, I think the experience is going to be the difference. The Felix Cash fight, although he lost, it's probably the best fight I've ever seen live there between the two of them, up and down. And I think the fights like that Jack's been through, and okay, he got stopped later on, and in his locker, Pacheco's never been tickled, has he? So, Saturday night, if Jack can get to him and start questioning him, can he come through? We know Jack can come through, but can he? We don't know. They'll have done their own work. They know Jack, but I'm hoping they've got it wrong.
I was speaking to Michael Jennings off camera yesterday, and he felt a bit of disappointment in the way the fight's been built, where I think he felt that it's been mainly built around Pacheco and nothing's been really made of Jack, even though he's a British fighter. And on paper, he's not a Matchroom fighter. Do you make much of that, or do you think that's just the game?
Well, it is what it is, isn't it? It is for them about Pacheco and building around the world, and they're bringing him to England, and they're trying to make him into a superstar, and obviously Jack's the choice. He's getting well paid for the opportunity, and obviously if he wins, he'll be a Matchroom fighter then, won't he? And hopefully he'll get looked at on the left-hand side. So that's what you've got to do. You've got to go in the away corner, turn people over, and then get home in the home corner. And he's been in the home corner. He had a chance at the European title, unfortunately lost that. So it's one where he's got to come back, win, and then move forward. So I don't look at that in any way apart from the fact it's business.
Definitely so. Eddie Hearn is getting grilled away behind you, and I'm assuming the subject will be the whole Conor Benn, Piers Morgan thing. So I know you pay a keen interest in what's been going on. Did you watch the Piers Morgan interview?
I haven't seen it. No, I've seen a few clips and everything, and I don't know why you say I keep a keen interest in what's going on.
I always watch your tweets. That's why, because you always have an opinion or thoughts on anything.
On most things I will do, but on that one, it is one of those that obviously you're waiting for something to come out where he says he's proven his innocence. For me, I've not seen evidence that he's done that, and from what I was told about the Piers Morgan interview, nothing really was said to prove that there. So if it was one, you'd think maybe so, but two, no, he's got to come out and prove his innocence for me. And it's a shame that this hasn't been bottomed 6 months ago.
One of the biggest arguments Conor's got is he's mentioned the fact that this test that showed he was positive was tested 3 or 4 times. Obviously, I don't know, I'm not an expert, and from what I've read, nobody has got clarity on it. But the WBC have said that there was no wrongdoing with the way the procedure was carried out. So who are we to believe, and what are we supposed to accept? Because obviously he's saying he was played about with 3 or 4 times before they found a positive, and the WBC saying there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but there was 2 tests, weren't there? So that's the thing. If there was contamination in the first one, maybe fair enough if they looked into it and show how it was. But why would it be in the second one as well? And no, I think there's a lot to be answered on it. And it's hard to comment when you don't really know everything. And you wonder why you don't know everything. Is there something to hide? But it's happened before with Tyson Fury. It's happened before with Dillian Whyte. And no, it shouldn't be allowed to happen, is it? He was doing this under the British Boxing Board of Control. He's given his licence up. He's not dealing with them. Why? He stinks for me.
What do you think happens to the British Boxing Board if the reported figure is 3.5 million and he wins that case? He gets 3.5 million. What does that spell for the British Boxing Board?
Well, they go bump, don't they? Because they've not got the funds to pay that. But if he's failed 2 tests, and he's not proven why he failed them, I can't see how he can sue him unless, you know, there's something again which we don't know. I mean, he must be confident, because it's not going to be cheap to sue him. It's going to be expensive, especially if they defend themselves. You know, as far as I'm concerned, if the British Boxing Board of Control do go bump and a new one comes out which is regulated by the government, that'll be a blessing in disguise for us.
Yeah, I thought of a business opportunity there, set up a new governing body to rule British boxing. With regards to his next fight, he suggested he wants to have a big fight, and the name he suggested is Manny Pacquiao. I spoke to Frank Smith, and there appears to be talks going on behind the scenes. Do you think Manny Pacquiao is the guy for him to face next, and if he beats him, does he prove his critics wrong?
Well, I don't think he proves his critics wrong, does he? Because the critics are saying that he's a drug cheat, and by fighting doesn't prove that. He's got to prove that either in the courts or whatever way he can do with the Boxing Board of Control for me. But as a fight, I don't think it's a good fight for Pacquiao, and you know, he'd probably sell out in the Far East, but I don't think he'd sell over there.
And just moving on, Steve, I know you've got a few shows coming up, so I just want you to let the fans know, because I know Roman Fury was going to fight on the show, but he's just pulled out. So just let us know about them shows that are going ahead, where and when the fans can watch them.
Yeah, well, we've just done 2 back-to-back shows. We've got one on Saturday at Bolton, which is a good 10-fight card. Unfortunately, I've got 3 kids on here, so I'm going to have to go there early and then come here later on, and hopefully get back to watch the main events, which are two really good fights, and then the week after we're at Wigan, and we've got a fantastic card at Wigan as well, so very busy, mate. Yeah,
good stuff, Steve. Anything else you want to get off your chest whilst we're here?
No, you get me in trouble, you already. You're asking me too many questions.
I'm just asking the questions that the fans want to know, and I respect you for kind of speaking your mind and not holding back.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Thanks very much.
Steve would appreciate it.